SAG-AFTRA strike, the writers' strike, all of it. But we're talking about a big star, Billy Porter here, making a stunning admission. Says he has to sell his house because of the SAG strike. SAG-AFTRA strike already putting a squeeze on actors' finances. We knew that. Even for an Emmy winner though, like Billy Porter. Porter, who shot fame, won an Emmy on the FX drama Pose, now says he has to sell his house due to the financial strain of the strike. I have to sell my house, he tells the UK's Evening Standard, because we're on strike. For an artist like Porter, until you make FU money, which I haven't made yet, life is still paycheck to paycheck, he says. I was supposed to be in a movie and on a new television show starting in September. None of that is happening. TV Line with the reporting, the quotes. Porter also took a shot at that anonymous Hollywood executive, remember, who told Deadline that the goal was to drag out the strike until writers and actors were forced to sell their homes. Quote, so to the person who said we're going to starve them out until they have to sell their apartments, you've already starved me out. But Porter reserved his greatest ire for Disney CEO Bob Iger, who technically oversees FX among Disney's many media holdings. For Iger's recent comments saying the demands of striking writers and actors were, quote, unrealistic. Quoting, to hear Bob Iger say that our demands for a living wage are unrealistic, while he makes $78,000 a day, Porter marveled. I don't have any words for it, but F you. That's not useful, so I've kept my mouth shut. I haven't engaged because I'm so enraged. He added that while he's currently in London co-producing a musical, he will join the picket lines when he returns home. There's a lot of people, Jackson, who would say, well, he might not have made you money, but Billy Porter's made a lot, a ton, more than everyday people. But he's also a big star, and it takes a lot to maintain that status. I don't know, but that's what I would think. And part of maintaining that status is what helps get him more roles and makes him such a lovable and iconic star. What do you make of his rage? And do you fear that those who speak out so strongly will face backlash?
Well, in terms of Billy Porter, I can't speak to his personal finances. I'm sure he's made enough money to where he'll be all right. And if he put it somewhere, then he'll be all right. So I can't speak to that, but I will say that a lot of these people really don't make as much money as you think that they do. Because if you don't own, then you getting paid at the end of the day. And a lot of people got to get paid. And a lot of the trade-off often is the FaceTime and the fame that you get. I mean, I've been offered to be on like Love Island type shows on VH1, and they talking about paying me like $2,500 to get 3-4 weeks of my time. These people really don't make that much money.
Not today, snacks.
It's basically what I'm getting at. Well, I don't need to put myself out there like that at this point anyway. But in regard of like, so a lot of these people aren't necessarily uber millionaires. Now, at the end of the day, I think that this is more of a bigger issue for writers and people who actually are behind the scenes producing and creating this content, and the battle that they have with AI and trying to be replaced, and the people that we don't see. So I can't speak to Billy Porter's personal finances. I think he'll be good, but I think that this is a real issue because this is corporate America doing its best to not pay people and replace people with artificial intelligence as quickly and efficiently as possible.
Yeah, if you don't own it, somebody else is always going to tell you what to do. I say add another show on YouTube, Snack Island, you can call it, and you'll own that. You'll own that.